It's time to become the best version of yourself and help others do the same. It's Monday morning and we're talking success.
Hello, Soul family. Jordan Peterson coming at you live here from our Soul Studios. Today is May 6th. Can you believe it? We're already into May. We are like 3.5 weeks away from being into the middle of the year already in June. It's crazy to me, guys. I don't know how we're doing it, but 2024 is flying by. Hope you guys had a great weekend. For those Star Wars fans out there, May the 4th, I hope that was just fantastic for you. I heard some fans out there that were getting married on May the 4th just so they could remember it and have the whole Star Wars themed thing. So if that's you, man, more power to you. I've never been a big Star Wars guy myself, but if that's you, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Got a great group on with us. As always, we like to give a shout out to all of you who are live with us on YouTube. Comment so we can see that you are out there. If not, you're just watching and we don't know that. And if you are out there and you're letting us know you're out there by commenting, we stick your name into the bucket of fun to see if you can win some soul swag. We like to take care of you a little bit and get you some fun things, such as, see, I knew it. Kristen does this sometimes. She likes to mix it up a little bit. This one is full of mystery items. There is not a shaker bottle or anything in there. And then she's also got some bags here for you guys as well. So with some goodies in there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's got some good stuff in there. So we get you taken care of here on Soul. And then we also like to give out some prizes to those who do the SN sweeps as well. And so we'll get you all taken care of today. Today's a good day to hook you guys up, right? Looks like a bunch of you guys are a little bit chilly where you're at. And then you've got people bragging about 81 in Florida. So congratulations, Renee. You win, I think, because it is cold here in Utah. It's kind of snowy and slushy and rainy and just, yuck. But that's springtime. If you don't like the weather, you wait 10 minutes and I'm sure it'll change for you. So that's what we got going on. So we've taken care of swag. Next up, as you know, you guys have watched this enough. You know how this works. We love to take care of you and to recognize you for bringing people into the Soul family. And there's a bunch of ways we do that. We have a little segment we call Rock and Roll, and we like to sometimes focus on those who are bringing in the most people. Other times, those that have the highest sales for the week, and other times, the trial pack. So today I wanted to focus on the trial pack. So here we go with Rock and Roll. These are those that sold the most amount of trial packs in the last week. We've got Karma Fielding coming in at number 10. Eric Patterson coming in at 9. We've got Corinne Lott coming in at 8. Laura Warwick coming in at 7. Coming in at 6, Nicole O'Kelly. Rounding out our top 5 then, Oneli Hernandez. Coming in at 4, Victoria Terry. At 3, Tamara Cole. At number 2, we've got Kristen Brunius, KB. And coming in at number 1 this last week is Kristen Matthews. Kristen Matthews, well done. Kristen Matthews is a fun one for me. She's been in Soul for quite a while now. I remember doing a meeting out at her place 8 or 9 years ago, and then kind of just dropped off a little bit, didn't do much with Soul for a while, and it's kind of revitalized and joined us again. And since Saturday, so that was 2 days ago, she sold 5 trial packs. She's been reaching out and getting things done. And how much do you make when you sell a trial pack? $10. It's $50 over the last couple of days, just talking to people and getting them on trial packs. It's a pretty slick way to do it. So it's always good to see that and people coming back. By way of announcement, the average enrollment order outside of trial packs, if it was just a trial packs average enrollment order, it would just be $34.95 because that's how much it costs. That's all you can do. But enrollment orders outside of that. And as you remember, when you order a trial pack, when someone orders a trial pack, you get $10 for that, right? And then their next order counts as their enrollment order, which you get 35% of on your SoulQuick. And that average enrollment price for the last week was $233.29. $233.29. So you roughly get 35% of that as an enrollment. So $10 for the trial pack, 35% for that SoulQuick on that enrollment, and then Smart Plan stuff, mentor bonuses, and all that other good stuff moving forward. So it's such a great way to get to a little bit more financially viable, which is what we love to see. Man, we got a good testimonial today. It's funny because it's so simple, yet so impactful. We're going to jump into that right now. Says this: Soul has helped my hormones and balance cortisol. Hooray for sleep each night. This one really stood out to me as a father of 6 kids, my youngest being 6 years old now, and still every now and again he has to come in not to ask me for help to go to the bathroom, but just to let me know that he needs to go to the bathroom. Hey, Dad, I need to go potty. Great, go. Okay, he'll go and go back to bed. I don't know why he does it. I tell him to knock it off. He still does it anyway. So I know what it's like when you're just kind of struggling for sleep. It seems like for the past 16 years, I've had little kids at some point in my life wake me up in the middle of the night. And sleep can be such a big thing. And when you don't have it, it seems like everything else in life is trickier. You're tired, you're sluggish, you don't have the energy, your immune system shot, and it just puts you in a bad position. So here, when we're talking about how Soul has helped balance hormones, especially that cortisol, my question to you is this: how do you balance your cortisol? There's so many different ways we can do it. Soul absolutely helps with that. While you're typing that in, I want to talk to you a little bit more about cortisol. What is cortisol? First off, cortisol is commonly known as a stress hormone. Those that really struggle a lot with cortisol can have all sorts of health issues, everything from weight gain to poor sleep to acne to all sorts of just different things going on in their life. They're run down, they're fatigued, they don't feel good, and it's just a tricky thing. It says cortisol follows a natural rhythm throughout the day, typically peaking in the early morning to help us wake up and get going. And then it kind of winds itself down throughout the day. So by the time you're going to sleep, it's much lower in your system, so you can sleep. The tricky thing is, if we do things in the evening that keep us awake, such as scrolling through our phone, the blue light from our phone, we get anxious and excited about certain things, we get in a fight with somebody, it can really keep us up at night. That cortisol starts to spike again, and it just keeps us awake, and it's just miserable, right? There's a lot of different things that can help with that, right? We can help with stress management, everything from yoga to deep breathing to exercise to our Soul products. You can also focus on just going to bed at a consistent time. Your body will get in a natural rhythm and be like, hey, I don't need cortisol. I know I'm going to bed at 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, so I'm going to be good. And I know I'm going to wake up at a certain time, so it helps your cortisol levels to peak in the morning to get you out of bed and moving, right? Limiting stimulants before bed, smoking, alcohol, other things, keeping those out of your system, caffeine before you go to bed can absolutely help you. And then just making sure that you're in a good spot. That is, those are key things for us. But man, I as I was reading these things, I'm like, gosh, our Soul family knows all about this stuff, because that's one thing we talk to people about all the time is lack of sleep, poor sleep. And so with that, we see some great things, what people are doing right there. Corinne likes to take all their Soul drinks, especially Excel. Tiffany likes to eat a healthy, gut-friendly diet. Yeah, those that try to go to bed at night, you get the heartburn, you're not feeling good, things aren't agreeing with you, and it's just tough to fall asleep, right? Absolutely. We got the Fab 4 Soul drinks and Royal help people fall asleep at night and balance the cortisol as well. There's so many good things there. And then you add on to things like Renew and Vertizymes and other things, some of the oils, the Calm oil. Soul just has what it takes to help people sleep well. And that's what I really, really like about what we're doing for people, right? Jody says we need to get into good habits. No question about that, right? No question about that. So good things. Let's balance people's cortisol. Let's help them sleep. Life is better when you're sleeping well. SN sweeps. As you well know, we've been talking about SN sweeps for a long time, and it's just a cool way to get Soul out there a little bit. And we had some great additions to our SN sweeps this week that we want to show you, give you some ideas what people are doing out there, maybe spark some ideas for yourself. We're going to start off with this one from Nicole O'Kelly. 3 things I didn't think I could improve on my health. I didn't expect mood, right? Day 1, boom, mood's better. Didn't expect to increase my energy, but boom, energy's increased as well. And didn't expect sleep to improve, right? And how about that? You can see her working with a horse up there in beautiful Idaho. The mountains in the background are absolutely gorgeous. She says, personally, I've struggled with depression, especially since my military career, and these products have really improved that. Plus, I've had a better mood and outlook overall. If you struggle with depression, I want you to know that it's not your fault, and there are natural alternatives that can help. It's okay to seek help. As a Christian, I know a lot of people feel they should need help from outside sources. But look at it this way. God gave us herbs, so why not use them? Look at the story where the one man buried the money instead of investing it. We are supposed to be industrious, and shouldn't we be our best selves with our mental health outlook and with our health? Absolutely, right? And with it being Mental Health Awareness Month, this is such a key thing for us to talk about. So thank you, Nicole, for that. Next up, we have one coming in from O'Nelly as well. Do you struggle with constant fatigue because of Hashimoto, she says? Here are some 3 game-changing tips to overcome it. adaptogen supplements, right? We love our adaptogen supplements. And she goes on to talk about that a little bit. Daily light exercise, getting moving, getting things flowing, right? And then mindfulness practices as well, right? We love all those things. So key. And then she has some more tips in the captions below. Walking on the beach, beautiful video. She goes on to say, you might feel totally stuck when it comes to managing your energy levels with Hashimoto's. I get it. No, really, because I've been there. Navigating Hashimoto's was overwhelming, especially dealing with constant fatigue and mood swings. But these exact practices are how I finally saw progress and reached where I am today. Here's 3 more tips to help you get started, right? And so she goes through those tips as well. Great post on Instagram. It's good to share those things and just let people know that there's help out there. And that's such a key thing. And that's what I wanted to focus on today with our business thought. It's interesting because as we're kids growing up, we feel like no is a word that we hear a lot, and it kind of instills a negative connotation to us. As we grow up, we learn that no is something we should a little bit be scared of. We don't want people to say no to us. Man, we really like to go on a date with that handsome fella or that beautiful girl, but what if she says no? Man, we'd really like to share a soul with somebody, but what if they say no? And in my reading, I came across a blog post talking about how no can actually be really liberating for us and actually help us to focus better. And it goes on to tell the story of Apple Computer. You guys all know Apple Computer. That's why we can use them so readily, because everybody knows about them, what they got going on. Talks about Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak. They were both trying to figure out some things early on in their careers. Wozniak was working at Hewlett-Packard. Steve Jobs was working at Atari. And they really wanted to start a computer. So they went to their respective companies and said, hey, we'd like to start computers. And both those companies said, not interested. So then what did they do? They started their own company called Apple and built their own computers. And they went on to talk about how liberating and how helpful that was, because had those other companies said, yeah, I'm interested in this, maybe we'll try this, who knows where they would have ended up and where Apple would have if it would have even come about. So the reason that Apple started was because other people said no, right? And so when the blog article goes on to talk about why no kind of helps us to put ourselves in a good spot to move forward. And as I think about soul and a lot of people, one thing that we commonly hear is, I've tried a lot of other things, and so now I'm here, and I'd like to try this as well. And man, that's such an empowering thing once you think about it. Since they've tried other things and gone different routes, they recognize that all those ended with somewhat of a dead end. So it helped to clarify the position they need to go, which for a lot of people is just taking better care of their bodies. They've tried different things and now they're in a bad spot. They try something that's nutriently dense, that can give them the adaptogens they need to help their bodies adapt to the different scenarios they're at. And all of a sudden they find a road that can take them to better health. And that's what I love about soul and what we're doing here. If you've ever gone out in the desert, out in the forest, anywhere where there's kind of different roads you can take and it's not clear, you don't have good GPS, you're not sure which way to go, going down the wrong road and then having it come to a dead end can seem a little frustrating, but then it also can be really liberating, as we've talked about, because now you know that road isn't the right one. So obviously the other road is the right one. And so as you're talking to people and they're kind of getting that frustrated mode of, I tried all sorts of stuff, I'm not interested, people have talked to me about this stuff before, ask them a little bit about their journey. Ask them the questions. They've got problems they need to solve. And as we've talked about multiple times, we're here to help people solve problems. So ask them why they didn't feel like it worked, what they're looking for, what their expectation is when they take products. And then maybe you can be able to show them how Soul can help them. And again, it's such an easy way to do it. Saying yes to a trial pack is such an easy way to get them to try Soul, try the top 4 drinks with that Soul Royal. It can put them in a great position to be able to move forward, right? Lydia says, no just means I don't need this right now, right? When they say no to you, they are saying no to others. Stay and follow up with that person, because when they are ready to say yes, you will be there. Absolutely, right? And that's what we're looking for. So no, don't be afraid of no. There's a lot of things that can put us in a great position when no is said. And there's people, I mean, to Lydia's point, there are those out there that you would love to have on your team for business purposes or to help them or whatever, and they may say no to you right now. But good, let's not waste time trying to push something on somebody who isn't interested at this time, the time will become right. Just stay close to them. Let them know that they're your friend, you're their friend, and the opportunity will open up to be able to help them and move them forward, right? So that is the business thought for today. Let's get you guys out of here with some great prizes. As always, this show is brought to you by Cinemate. Why Cinemate? Because I start my day with it. So every time I have this in the morning, you're seeing me drink this thing. If it was in the afternoon, you'd see me drinking my Sol Complete with my Excel and my Avant Greens and my Sol Royal all mixed together. If it's a little bit later on, it might be Excital with Sol Vital and Excel. There's just a lot of things going on. So in the morning, though, we start with this beautiful Cinemate, and it's just, God, and that mug is so handsome, too. I'll tell you what. All right, guys, let's get you out of here. Monday is the day that winners are made. We start our week off right, and we're good to go. We're going to go with this middle one for our SN Sweeps, which is the little bucket, the big bucket of funds for those that are on live with us. And here we go. Mix it up. There's a lot of people in this one. And as every time you guys post, we put your name in here, so there's a chance you can win. So here we go. The winner is Nicole O'Kelly. How about that? Nicole, you got yourself a bag. How fitting. We spotlighted you, and magically you were drawn today. I love it. We're going to go mystery box and the bag o' goodies as well. Gosh, some good stuff in here, guys. I'm telling you, we're taking care of you. Here we go. Who's feeling lucky today? And we've got Erica Sanchez has got our mystery box there. And then we've got Seashell Ponies wants to win. Let's see if we got you here, my friend. The winner is Eric Patterson. Eric Patterson, Erica Sanchez, and Nicole O'Kelly. You guys are all winners today. Whatever else happens today, you've already won, right? So hopefully you go out and take the day by the throat and just own it, man. I hope you guys just do so good today. It's so fun to have you guys be a part of us and just are willing to take a little bit of time to better ourselves. As always, keep sharing soul. We'll see you again soon, and we sure love you guys.